Known as Apollo, red or pink eye, more than 1.5 million cases are recorded each year. Today on Sound Health, we are looking at conjunctivitis. I'm Olasunbo Modukwe. Welcome to the show. Thanks for staying with us on Sound Health. On today's edition, we are looking at conjunctivitis, popularly called Apollo in this part of the world. And I have with me Dr. Olayemi Olorundare, an ophthalmologist. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me today.
Unfortunately, more than 1.5 cases are recorded yearly. What's the cause of this condition, and why do we have this low rate of recorded cases?
I need to define what conjunctivitis is. Conjunctivitis is an inflammation of the lining of the eye and also of the eyelid. The conjunctiva itself is a thin, transparent membrane that covers the eyeball and also line the inner aspect of the eyelid. So when this becomes inflamed, and by inflammation I mean it's a reaction to either injury or to an infection, and then so the certain features now are seen when that comes up, like redness of the eye, like discharge, pain, swelling of the lids, and so on. As to the cause of conjunctivitis, we can look at that broadly from two perspectives. A group of causes would be the infectious causes, and then we have the non-infectious causes. The infectious causes are commoner, and examples, we have the viral organisms that give rise, that cause conjunctivitis, and also have the bacteria. Those are the common ones for the infectious conjunctivitis. For the non-infectious, we have things like allergies, and also when there are chemical irritants that get into the eye.
Okay, doctor, what about underlying conditions like sexually transmitted diseases?
Yes, I'm glad that you brought that up, because there's a particular group of, a particular type of conjunctivitis that affects newborn. So for instance, if the mother is affected or is infected, as the child is coming out of the birth canal, the child can also get infected from the secretions. Okay. And so that's a very important cause. Sexually transmitted disease can be a cause, like gonorrhea.
Is the condition seasonal?
Yes, the common type, I'm glad you mentioned Apollo too. That is seasonal type, and it's caused by virus, and adenovirus. So people tend to see it at particular times of the year.
According to reports, it is more common in kids between the ages of 3 and 15. How true is this, and why is this so?
Yes, that statement is a statement of fact, and it's understandable. Kids are very mobile. if it's a school environment. While I may be reluctant, if I see you have a red eye to have a handshake with you, for instance, children don't have such inhibitions. They freely mingle with one another, and so yes, within that particular age group, it's quite common and spreads very easily.
What can be done to prevent the occurrence of infection in kids?
Well, one thing that would help is trying to. Okay, number one is if a child is noticed to have redness of the eye, it's at the point of entry, coming to school that day. Parents should be politely told that for the sake of the other children, that the child could be excused for that period of time, because that's very important. After that, one habit that we should inculcate in even children is hand washing, and telling them to avoid, it may be difficult, but avoid hand to eye contact. But a critical piece of habit that can be formed at that age is hand washing. Whatever you do, eat food, come back from school, get your hands soiled, you should wash your hands properly. Even if your friend shakes you, you can still hand wash your hands properly. So that, to a large extent, helps in prevention of the condition. Of course, when the child has conjunctivitis, then prompt treatment is also very important.
Oftentimes we mistake people with dark shades indoor to have conjunctivitis. Is it that contagious? Is the condition infectious?
Especially the infectious type is very contagious, because there's usually a discharge that comes along with the disease itself. And because people tend to touch their eyes frequently, and when they touch their eyes, they touch surfaces. So unknowingly, you also can have a handshake with that person. Handkerchiefs, towels that people share. So yes, it's very contagious and it spreads easily.
Okay. So when do I need to see a doctor? Let's say I'm experiencing red eye.
I would say that you see a doctor immediately. Yes. Because the delay can be dangerous. It can start with the conjunctiva, but there are other parts of the eyeball that can get affected, and then you have a very serious condition on one side.
That brings me to my next question. Are there long-term problems associated with conjunctivitis?
It should be a simple condition to treat, but because of because of delays in treatment, even in trying to treat using traditional remedies to treat can lead to complications. For instance, if there is delay in treatment, you can have the infection spread into other parts of the eye, and then it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. It can affect what we call the cornea, which is the transparent part of the eye, and once that is affected, the eye can become perforated and so on. So yes, there are complications. Blindness can result if it's not treated promptly and very well too.
Okay, doctor, some persons go as far as using breast milk, sugar, early morning urine, battery content, and all sorts in the name of treating conjunctivitis at home. Has this method been proven medically?
The substances you mentioned, they don't have any role at all in the treatment of conjunctivitis. In fact, they lead to bigger problems. And you can imagine somebody using urine, and they will even tell that use early morning urine to bathe the eye. And if it's infected, you are just adding insult to the injury already. So these things, I'm glad you mentioned them. They don't have a role, and it's the importance of having talks like, so that the public can be educated that don't use remedies like, don't use sugar, don't use breast milk, whoever is giving that. Yes, I have heard of that before. Even that too, I think it should be avoided as much as possible. Come to the hospital, have medications given to you, and you'll be fine.
Okay, talking about early intervention or early treatment. At the beginning of the show, I read out a record that about 1.5 cases are recorded yearly. Could that be more?
Yes, I believe the figure is more than that. It's higher than that, because of we have a habit of underreporting things here. Record keeping is not too fantastic here, and then of course we may not be able to properly capture the number of people that get infected, and also being a very common condition. That could actually be, the figures could be higher than that.
Okay, doctor, as we wrap up this segment, please share with us precautionary measures to prevent conjunctivitis.
I think that prevention is better than cure. Once you notice redness of the eye, get to the nearest clinic to be treated. Avoid traditional eye remedies. People give them with good intentions, but at the end of the day, they have very serious consequences. So I would say, yes, let's keep educating the public, let them know where to go and what not to do.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Olayemi Olorundare, for sharing your perspective on conjunctivitis.
Thanks for having me.
All right, that has been Dr. Olayemi Olorundare, an ophthalmologist on conjunctivitis. Sound Health continues with trending and home essentials. Please stay with us. The program continues in a moment. To avoid total blindness, please report early case of conjunctivitis or any other eye-related condition to your ophthalmologist. That ends Sound Health today. Please log on to our website or follow us on social media at LTV Social, #SoundHealth. A sound health is a sound mind. Make healthy living your choice.